Hey, what's going on YouTube? Syzygy FPS here, and today I'm stopping by to break down what I plan on bringing into the Lightfall Legendary campaign and Lightfall in general. This is going to be a quick overview of the exotics I'm matching with each subclass, Strand included, and the weapons I'll be relying on. This is mainly for the Hunter class as far as exotic armor this go around. If this video does good, I'll get one out for the Titan and Warlock as well. I understand everyone has their own preferences, so this isn't necessarily a suggestion, just what I'll be using. Okay, so let's get into it. Starting off with Strand, since that's obviously going to be the hot new kid on the block, a no-brainer would be Star Eater skills. We don't yet know just how good the Hunter Strand super will be for DPS, but we do know we can bump it up with the Star Eaters. Next up are the Bombardiers. I don't think it's been stated yet, but I believe the Bombardiers will cause some sort of suspend effect upon detonation. To me, it feels like suspend is akin to slow from Stasis. And last but not least, I'll be taking advantage of the Stompies. It'd be crazy if there aren't a significant number of jumping areas throughout the Lightfall campaign and Neo Muna. The grapple should be enough to get everything done, but why not get the extra help from the Stompies? It's really hard to say what weapons I plan to use with Strand. Just have to see how the landscape shakes out when it launches. I can pretty much guarantee though that I'll have a Pardon Our Dust with blinding grenades for the majority of the time. Next we have the Void subclass and Mobius Quiver. I plan to have Omni Oculus on hand because it's just so clutch in the PvE scene. If you're running Gambler's Dodge and decent mobility, you pretty much always have a smoke available to you for invisibility, on top of the literal dodge you just did to make yourself invisible if you're running Vanishing Step and Trapper's Ambush, which you should be. The other Void-based exotic will be Gyrfalcon's Halberd. This is another exotic that can have high invis uptime if you're running Stasis Executioner, so long as you're actually killing Void debuff targets. Plus the overshield you can get from finishers and the volatile rounds really go a long way in keeping you alive and giving you a boost in damage. Star Eater skills will be making yet another appearance here because that bonus damage just comes in too clutch. You also gain an overshield upon casting your super if you have max stacks of Feast of Light. Orpheus Rig is also good for Mobius Quiver, seeing as it gives you an extra shot. I prefer Orpheus on Deadfall though. I just like getting all that super energy back, and is great if you're playing a supporting role. As far as weapons that I like to utilize with Void, I like the Pardon Our Dust GL once again, but Truth Teller is a really good option for Void builds if you have a good role. I like the Manticore and the Funnel Web, both are excellent options for PvE in my opinion. I know not many people use it, but the Leviathan's Breath exotic bow is really fun to use also. And of course I will have my Taipan on hand even with the linear fusion rifle nerfs. For long range gunplay I like the Doom of Chilchus. I crafted mine with explosive payload and one for all. Not everything has to be Void centric, so I also always have the Tarnation grenade launcher on hand in case I need it. And lastly, the Tomorrow's Answer rocket launcher. Mine has tracking module and clown cartridge on it. Now on to art. First up we have the Assassin's Cowl. The gameplay loop of punching, dodging, is just so addictive. Plus you get to go invisible every time you get a melee kill or use a finisher. All you really need is Lethal Current and Gambler's Dodge, and don't forget Combination Blow for a little bit of healing. Next up, and this is to no one's surprise, Star Eater skills. I've already said what they do, so we'll just move along to the next item up, which is nothing. I don't actually use Arc that much in PvE, but when I do, I definitely utilize the two previously mentioned exotics. I'm aware of the Liar's Handshake and the builds that you can put together with them. I say go for it. I, however, will probably be donning the cowl, and for the weapons I typically use on Arc, we have the Aikilos SMG, Tarnation Grenade Launcher, once again, and the Insidious Pulse Rifle. I love that thing in PvE and PvP. And the Storm Chaser Linear Fusion Rifle. I also will pull out a Hothead and the Delicate Tomb every once in a while. Maybe we'll be using the Hothead more with the Linear Fusion Rifle nerfs that are coming, but we will see when that time comes. Okay, now on to Solar. So for Solar we have the obvious Celestial Nighthawk, which combines your Golden Gun shots into one powerful shot. And I believe you want to be using the Marksman variant of Golden Gun for the best results. Next up are the Shards of Galanor paired with Blade Barrage. Just like the Orpheus Rigs on Void, this is going to be an exotic that refunds super energy. Lastly, for solar, we have Young Amkar's Spine. These increase the damage, blast radius, and time limit of your trip mine. With the right build, you can get a lot of ignitions chaining together in PvE with your trip mines. The weapons I utilize for solar are the Callus Mini Tool, Tiku's Divination, Gallahorn, and Explosive Personality. Don't really have a legendary heavy option for solar now that I think about it. Alright, and lastly, we have Stasis, our first darkness subclass. First up are the Renewal Grasp. These are great for survivability when there are hordes of enemies surrounding you. Just toss a dust-filled grenade at your feet and take less damage, or throw it at the enemy and slow them until eventually freezing them. I also plan to use the Mask of Baccharis to boost up the damage of my arc weapons. It gives a 10-second boost, but I don't remember how much that boost is. It's also good for getting out of dodge very quickly. And finally, returning once again, are the Star Eater skills. They'll boost that Silence and Squall super up very nicely. And finally, the weapons I use for Stasis are once again the Pardon Our Dust, GL, Trinity's Ghoul, Fire and Forget, and Cloud Strike. I know there are plenty of builds that lean into the Stasis crystals and headstone on weapons, but I personally haven't dabbled in those. Oh, and quick note, I like Arbalest and Wither Horde for all classes, so make sure you don't forget those S tier choices. Well, that's all I've got for today, guys. Seems like a bit of a longer video today and definitely a departure from my normal weapon review content. I hope you guys liked the video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, if this takes off, I'll do one for the Warlock and Titan as well. Anyways, thanks for watching. Peace.